Has DAIMA been confirmed for the Global Dokkan Campaign? How's it, everybody? Clink here. We got another Dokkan battle video for you here. Today, we have a couple different things related to the upcoming Global Dokkan Campaign starting on July 7th. We have a couple teasers as well as some information from the recent data download that seem to lend itself to give us what the theme shall be for this year's event. So we're going to break all that down here in this video and give our thoughts on it. So let's go ahead. Let's start by hopping into this little teaser here and taking a look, because there's a lot to break. There's not a lot, but there's a lot to break down. So let's go ahead. Let's hop on in. We're going to pause the music here, adjust your headphones, do whatever you need to do, and let's take a look. We have the wind sound effects in the background. We have all of these 10th anniversary or 10th year cards flying through. And in comes the orchestral music.
Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Alrighty, so not a whole lot, right? We have those 10th anniversary cards coming through. We have some violins playing, and then a strange heartbeat at the end. What does it all mean? Well, there's a couple different things, right? A lot of people are seeming to think that this does confirm Dragon Ball DAIMA, and we'll talk about what's in the trailer as well as what happened in the data download that sort of back up that theory. So let's start with the music, right? So that's the first thing that we all kind of notice, right? The music seems to stand. It seems to sound like the opening to Dragon Ball DAIMA, but not quite, right? It doesn't quite sound like Jaka-chan. And those of you guys who actually watch the show, you know that they kind of remix it throughout the show, right? To fill various background music, but it doesn't sound like any of those. What it actually does sound like is the song, and I can't play it here because I'll get copyrighted, but if you go and you actually listen to the opening of the song Out of Time by Zed, who is one of the composers of Jaka-chan, you actually hear the you actually do hear it. So I'd say that could be it, but it's still kind of a stretch, right? Like, even I've talked to a few people about this, and I'm not too keen on music, but the people I have said that the chords are very similar. Both, I believe they said, was A minor, and right, so both Jaka-chan, Out of Time, and what they're playing on the violin seems to suggest that. And if somebody knows better than me, please feel free to correct me in the comments down below, because again, music's not my thing. So, I mean, if you know better than me, please feel free to correct me. But this is just what I've been told about the music playing. So I could definitely see it, but I still think that specific part is a bit of a stretch. Now, there is one other piece I wanted to talk about: the heartbeat. Right at the end of that, there was a heartbeat, and again, because there's background music playing here, I can't play it. But in the scene here from when Goku turns Super Saiyan 4 from Super Saiyan 3, there's a brief heartbeat that you hear. You hear the water, you hear the orchestral music come in, a little bit of water droplets, and then boom, and then he transforms. Right, pretty. I mean, I would say that itself kind of sounds a lot like what we heard. Very similar setup there. So I could definitely see that as being more evidence to the DAIMA theory. And then there's one last piece here that sort of really kind of solidifies that DAIMA might just be it. And that is everything that had just occurred in the data download. See, in the recent data download, we got the information for the next stage of the DAIMA story event, right? Stage 15, right? In the previous one, stage 14, we got the Goma, who, I mean, if there ever was an SSR art for a new card, this is it right here. But he was in, this was in the previous data download from last week. In the new data download, let's see if I'm going to pull up Proton here. So if we pull up Proton in 10MG, so shout out to him for always posting those data download assets, right? We pull this on up. We can see that in, once we scroll all past this story event and EZA stuff, where is it? From the new stages for DAIMA, Million Arena, keep going down. All right, we're going to talk about this in a minute. This is the new Memorial Stone. But where is it? This is story assets for that one. There it is, right? We do have more story assets for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So all of this being added at this moment as we are roughly 2 weeks away from the start and 2 more stages away from the completion of this DAIMA event would seem to suggest that DAIMA is what's coming. So there is a lot of evidence to support that theory. But I want to throw one last thing out at you. That heartbeat, right? That heartbeat can mean a lot of things. The heartbeat that's heard at the end of that is not just done with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. In fact, almost any time Dragon Ball has introduced a giant ape, all right, prior to the full transformation sequence, we actually do hear that heartbeat, right? As Goku transforms as a kid, as Gohan transforms during the Saiyan saga, heck, even when Vegeta transforms, all right? It's all heard during those times. Heck, in fact, when Goku turns Super Saiyan 3, when he turns Super Saiyan 4, when Vegeta turns Super Saiyan 4, almost any time a giant ape is involved, that little heartbeat before the transformation occurs. So I want to point out that DAIMA could be a part of it, but I feel it may not be the full celebration. A giant ape power would be the best thing for GDC in my personal opinion, and I think there's a lot of evidence there is a little bit of evidence to suggest that it might not be DAIMA by itself, right? And one key into that here is this. I'm gonna pause the music one more time, then, because I don't think anybody really picked up on this. I haven't seen anybody mention this. But if we come back and play the video, right? You hear that? It's the wind. Now, what's interesting about that is when Goku fights Goma, there's no wind in the demon realm. But you know where there is wind? When Goku and Vegeta fight in the wastelands, right? Prior to Vegeta fighting going Giant Ape. Right, as they are both standing off, there's that wind that sort of blows through. They each give their speech about protecting Earth, and Vegeta offers Goku to join him. It's a stretch, but I don't think that wind meant anything, and it doesn't seem to stand out any. I don't think that that wind didn't mean anything. I think it meant something. Every piece of that means something, and I don't. Being the fact that there's not really any wind per se in any of the scenes versus Goma or the transformation with Goku, I definitely think that it could be something like this. And honestly, I do think centering it around Giant Ape Power really opens up the whole thing, right? You can still get Goku and, you can still get Goku and Goma for like part 1 or something, or even just give us Goku here and then give us adult Goku and Goma for like Tanabata or something, right? And just give us mini Goku here, right? This works a lot better than doing it the other way, where we get Goma and Goku as either part, and it's mostly due to Goma. I'm gonna be completely honest, right? Because we look at the possibilities for EZAs on the Giant Ape Power side, like you pretty much just get Gogeta. Everybody else has already been EZA'd aside from the 8-year Gohan and this guy, but we still got some time before they EZA. You could possibly argue that we could finally see the EZAs for these guys, or even they could advance forward a little bit and begin the EZAs for the Heroes Super Saiyans Force, which I would be game for, but that's a bit of a stretch. right? But what it does open by going the Giant 8 power route is open up their respective sagas for EZAs. And you guys know, worldwide, our anniversary tend to have a lot of EZAs, really good EZAs, mind you. So we do have to consider that, right? When we look at the possibilities of a Goku versus Goma, right? Especially when we look on like the strictly DAIMA side of things, we're going to be looking at Dragon Ball Seekers EZAs, which pretty much give us Tech Pan. They could EZA this free-to-play Goku, Krillin, and Bulma. They could EZA... who else could EZA here? On the extreme side, there's nobody on the extreme side. I guess they could EZA Demon King Piccolo, the AGL. That would make sense, right? Since he did an EZA during the anniversary. They could super EZA the Ginyu Force. Maybe they were waiting on them. But Dragon Ball Seekers, strictly speaking, there's maybe one or two EZAs that could fill. Terrifying Conquerors, I mean, that are within range of EZA, you pretty much have the coolers, so that's kind of out of the question. I say it's out of the question because I still think it's too soon. I feel like they're not going to EZA till 11th anniversary, since we literally just got the Namek Saga EZAs this year. I don't think they're going to EZA 2 in a single year. So I think we are going to be waiting on those, to be completely honest. And then also Demonic Power. Demonic Power has a little more work that it can use with a Goma, right? We have the Demon King Piccolo. We have the... Where is that Tech Gohan not on Demonic Power? Really? He should be here. Yeah, all Gohans, I'm pretty sure, are on Demonic Power, but the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan should be on here. Why is he not here? He should be here. But he should be... yeah, why is his LR not here? His TUR is right there, but his LR is not. That's weird. Okay, but yeah, so LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is a possibility. I guess Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, and Piccolo are in range of an EZA. I don't see it happening, as they are New Year's unit, and we just got Pikkon and Janemba New Year's unit. Well, okay, we did get... That would be 3 New Year's units this year that we got, because we got Pikkon and Janemba, we got Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu EZAs, so EZAing another set of New Year's this year, I don't think that's a good idea, but, I mean, it could happen. But, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities for Goku and Goma, but they're going to kind of be all over the place. Whereas if you go a more Giant 8 power centered route, all right, if we come back over here to Giant 8 power, I think it'll work a little bit better. But we'll have to see. It's all up in the air. It's all pure speculation at this point, as... If you guys remember, like last year, right, people all the way up until the reveal, people were thinking, right, like this was DB Saga, because we were thinking like that was the flying Nimbus that we saw flying around in this. And even this one, right, nobody was really sure it was the Time Machine until we got halfway through the hints. This one was kind of given up straight to us. So I say that to say that, at this point, it's all speculative, right, whether it's Giant 8 power, whether this is official confirmation that it is DAIMA. This is all speculative at this point, but there is a strong suggestion that it could be Dragon Ball DAIMA here, and I'm all for it, although I would like them to lean heavy into the Giant 8 power, mostly because it's one of my favorite categories. So, guys, that is it for the video. I'm going to leave you with one last thing here, and that is that expect the countdown to begin on the 23rd. We have these Memorial Dragon Stones here that are going to start being handed out on the 23rd. And I'm going to have a second video fully breaking down what these things mean here, and how you guys can get them. But just know that these are going to start handing out on the 23rd, which pretty much confirms that is the start of the countdown celebration. And we should start getting the stronger hints as we lead into the 7th, which is the official start of the campaign. Campaign. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think the teaser means? Do you think this confirms DAIMA? What do you think about the different aspects of the trailer that we pointed out here? Do you think there's anything specific that maybe we missed or didn't cover? Let us know in the comments down below, and let us know what your ideal GDC is. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.